What is up, everyone? Today I'm going to be opening the Top Signature Class Football. I wasn't necessarily planning on opening this. I've seen a few people open it. I'm not super blown away by it, so we will see what it's gonna bring to us. I'm not expecting much out of this. What is there? There are two red and yellow exclusive in this, four bronze retail exclusive parallels per box. Okay, so we're gonna get a few parallels. I'm assuming I'll know what they are and everything like that, but you know, like I said, I've only watched about 2 openings of this and haven't been too blown away. If you've been opening it, let me know what you have thought about this. I kind of picked this up on a whim because I was at the hobby shop and was like, why not? Let's take a look and see what this has to offer. All right, so that is the base. Nothing too crazy. Bo Jackson. Randy Moss. I'll take the Randy Moss. And they're all on pretty much the same format. There's a lot of like these parallels in here. Ooh, Anthony Richardson. And then it looks like my rookies are going to be Smith and Anthony Gould. So I'll take the Moss. They're nothing super crazy. If I'm going to open a Topps product, I think other than I'd rather open the Resurgence. I think that's a bit more fun. Aaron Donald, John Elway, Michael Vick, John Riggins. Is this my like an all oh nope, we got something of color behind there. Revis. I think this is the bronze, so this is Jim Kelly on the bronze, and then we have Carter Bradley. So I'll separate those. Did I miss a bronze already? I did miss a bronze. I think this is the other bronze. There's my other bronze right there. So those are the bronze. They're pretty easy to miss in my opinion. I'm not really blown away. I'm not as excited. I think I'd rather open, that's what this is going to be crazy to say. I'd rather open Panini Contenders than open this so far. And I'm only halfway through it right now. This is my 3rd pack in. Dan Marino, Anthony Richardson, Brett Favre, Jim McMahon, Drew Brees, Rob Gronkowski, and that's going to be your red and gold, I think it was. Red and yellow? Red and yellow. That's the red and yellow parallel right there. And then Jalen McMillan as our rookie. Yeah, these are not blowing me away. This is, they're just nothing special. I don't know why I have 2 stacks there. Emmitt Smith, Jordan Love, Joe Green, Kurt Warner. We have Calvin Hill on the Gridiron Ambassadors. See, that's a cool card. I like that parallel. You can even see me. But yeah, that parallel is pretty sick. That's cool. I like that one so far. And then it looks like we have Kalen King on the bronze and Joshua Carty. So, not... this is something I don't think I will ever reopen, for sure. I think this is something I'll skip. Topps, kind of a miss on my opinion. Peyton Manning, Adrian Peterson, Jason Kelsey, Joe Montana, Austin Reed on the Chicago draft on the Chrome card, it looks like. What was that? Undrafted? Undrafted. All right, well, we'll take that. And then here's our next bronze, Dylan Johnson, and then Spencer Rattler. Man, other than Spencer Rattler, we haven't really hit anything pretty big. So we have Tim Brown, Rob Gronkowski on the base, Eric Dickerson, Troy Aikman, Ray Lewis, and then Jalen Polk on our rookie card, the yellow gold. That one actually I kind of like. That's a cool, the colors all kind of work out with that one. And then Devin Leary is our last card. So my opinion is I don't think I'll be opening this one again. If I open any Topps football, I'll go back to Resurgence. I think Resurgence is a much better product to open. If I'm going to spend this kind of money to open anything, I'll open Panini Contenders. At least in Panini Contenders, you're guaranteed some sort of mem card in general, which I think is a better deal. I think I'd even rather, and I didn't have a good experience with it, because if you go watch that video, the Phoenix to me is way more fun than this set. So those are my picks. I'm going to lean towards not grabbing another box of these. Maybe, I think, if you can get a hobby box, so then you can guarantee yourself a auto. I don't know. I actually haven't looked into the hobby boxes. I've looked so little into this set so far. Other than that, I am not going to be uploading next week at all. Next week, I'm officially getting married and all that kind of stuff, so I will not have any uploads. But the coming weeks, a lot is changing. I'm going to have a new camera setup. We're going to have overhead. And then I'm going to start doing kind of mail days and stuff like that for my online shop and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to try to get some shorts in through this next week, everything like that. But I have some cool stuff for mail day. I have some cool stuff that I've gotten for personal things. In fact, I got one right here. Let me see if I can pull it out really quick without knocking some bunch of stuff over. Looks like we got, I didn't take it out or anything, DK Metcalf, and this one is numbered out of 125. This is a personal collection. I just got it in recently. I'm pretty stoked about this. DK Metcalf is one of those players where I think he's a beast, and I'm pretty stoked. But yes, after next week, different videos, overhead camera, better setup for breaking cards or ripping packs. I'm never going to break cards. I'm going to stand by that. I'm never going to break for people. Every pack I rip in here is for me. Anything I don't want, I'll usually put on my eBay store. It's going to get kind of juiced up here in the next 2-3 weeks. I'm going to have card scan versus taking pictures, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to have a much bigger selection. I'm going full bore. This is pretty much where you're going to see me. I'm going to try to have about 2 or 3 uploads a week of videos throughout the time, like everything. So stay tuned for all of that and everything like that. But other than that, I will see you guys in about a week and a half. I'm out. Have a good one. Peace.